All right, so here is how you can launch the seller tips ad. Really simple ad to set up. You're just simply going to come in here. You're going to hit select. And right here, you can put in the city or the neighborhood. We default to a little house emoji in there. That works for any of the areas that you're going to be targeting. So if you want to keep it broad, or if you just want to get a little bit more targeted in here, you could change it to the town that's in there. So in this case, learn the top tips or anyone thinking about selling their home, their Kelowna home. And so that's all you need to do there. Next step is you're going to set up your privacy policy. Now, this will default to whatever privacy policy you have in your profile settings. We default to the StreetText privacy policy just in case you don't have one. If you do have one, you'll usually find it on your website in the footer. Just copy that URL and put it in here and then click next. So we're going to set up the targeting now. And best way to do this is to come in here, click drop a pin, and type in the city that you're in, or even a specific address if you like. So I'm just going to put in Kelowna here, and you can see that it pops up a nice little map, shows me what that targeted area looks like. I'm going to make this bigger by just clicking this little box here, makes it full screen. I can then zoom in and really understand what that targeting looks like. Let's say I'm not a big fan of this targeting and I actually don't want to be on the other side of the lake in this instance. I'm just going to drag it over here. That way I'm only targeting this side of the lake, and this is everybody who's in this circle right here will be the people that are targeted by this ad. I'm just going to close this down or hit escape just to make that smaller there. You can adjust the targeted area, but you cannot go less than 15 miles on Facebook, but you certainly can go more. So if you want to go a little bit more, it all depends on how far you want to target. Once you're done with that, you're going to hit done. You're going to hit next. Then you can select your daily budget. We usually default to $9 a day. It's a good place to get started. It has the best reach per day, and you can always adjust your budget accordingly later. Next up is always to do a split test. If you want to know what a split test is, there is a video in this course, and you can watch that, or you can click on this little help video right there, and it'll explain what a split test is. And then next up, you can choose whether you want to launch to Facebook and Instagram. And then, of course, you can set your estimated commission value, which will help calculate the ad's performance and the cost per email that you maximally could afford to pay on this particular ad and still register positive ROI. Then next up, you just simply hit deploy. It will build out those ads, and as soon as they're approved, they will go live. Now, this particular ad basically is offering a list of 12 tips for those who are interested in potentially selling their home. And so it's as simple as following up with those individuals just to make sure that they've gotten that list, and then just offer them further value. They may or may not be ready to sell their home yet. And so that is always one thing to consider. So always be casual in your approach with them.